Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Sunday, it's punk day. I've got 3 punk bands for us to check out. 2 of them are from the UK. 1 of them's from Ontario. These first guys, they've got a real UK sound. I'm not quite sure how to describe this stuff. It's kind of alternative UK punk is kind of how I guess it's coming to mind. This is a band called Longtooth Wasterman. The track's called He's a Nutter. So let's check this out, see what you think.
He's a nutter, 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 he's a nutter.
Roll up, get your bloody nose up, sucking on my brain juice, he's wearing thin. You don't know no one, anyone who's anyone has walked my path to where I've been. Set me.
He's a nutter, he's a nutter, he's a nutter, he's a nutter.
Set me.
He's a nutter, he's a
Love the accent.
He's a nutter, he's a nutter.
We're tuned up, fueled up, tear the fucking rules up. Mob culture, yob culture, it's all the same. We got plastic politics, we're governed by the lunatic exploiting the war whore in our name. I don't give a fuck about skills and conversation. I don't give a fuck about your news and your views. It's bombs on band-aids, wanna buy hand grenades up, twisted, gonna get abused. With pocus, religion's out of focus. You gotta drop a blotter just to glimpse what I've seen. It's a double standard, high-class morality. I ain't subscribing, do you know what I mean?
Cool vocals. It's almost kind, it's like a spoken word, almost kind of like a punky rap in a way. The accent really comes through, sounds great.
Call up the G and gather your thoughts. Feeding on this adrenaline source. Is it played the fists? I don't know. Ooh. Oh shit, I forgot I was a pacifist.
Yeah, I've not really heard any other bands like this other than from the UK. I think it's a very UK sound. If I'm wrong about that, send me in some bands.
You dirty hippies, you filthy sluts. You rich old knobs with your big fat guts. I'll piss on your shoes, laugh in your face because you're dealing as low as your palm lace.
Cool lyrics. Yeah, these guys got an electronic edge to them as well in the drums and some synth sounds. The looping of the vocal. Real grindy bass in there. That sounds dope. Good energy to the music.
Democracy suckers in your voting booths with your lottery dreams and your charity spoons. The swindling bust and the drawn fact farms and the capitalist wanks with the sales from charms. Blindsided charges and the fat bank tools. Ignorant, racist and selfish fools. Sexist pay a burlesque so twee. Feeding our vultures in the land of the free.
Yeah, real grindy bass. That sounds great. Nutter. Very, very cool. I've heard music like this before from a couple of bands. There's a guy, I think his name's Paul Calf. Been in some other bands in the past, Medulla Noct and stuff. He makes music like this. I'm sure he'd love this band. They might even know each other. But yeah, it's kind of, I'm not quite sure how to describe it other than kind of alternative UK punk. You know it when you hear it. It's one of those kind of things. Very, very cool. Now, this next band, we haven't had this sound on the channel whatsoever. This is some kind of reggae punk. Now, I like reggae punk. I like reggae as well very much. I think it's very cool. It's got a good sound. It's got a good vibe. It's great background music, in my opinion, you know, for a session or something like that. But yeah, reggae punk, it's got a cool vibe. It's got a cool flavour to it and all of that. So we're going to check these guys out. This is Spinster Jones. They got a live performance as well. And this is a track called Dumpster Fire. So let's check it out.
Blood 23. Tonight's for you, dude.
Are you fucking ready yet or what?
Drummers. Yeah. That bass came in nice. Gravelly vocal. ride sound. Yeah. Got a grunginess to this section. That's cool. Yeah, that bass sounds great, and he's doing some nice runs on it. We lose the volume? No, sorry about that. It's not a bad recording, to be honest with you. I can hear all the elements of the music nicely. Cool guitar tone, dirty. Bass sounds great, fills out the low end nicely, and all the cymbals sound nice as well. Especially that ride. Yeah, this music's just got a good vibe, it's got a good energy to it. Just get into the bop, and that's it, you're away. Ow!
Fuck yeah!
You could hear the Canadian in just that little bit there.
I've been on Goose Great.
That's the truth.
I did drugs last night. I think it was acid.
No!
You want that country?
Expand your mind, man.
Can you tell me how to get to backcountry?
Did you bring the...
Cool. Having a laugh on stage. These guys obviously know what they're doing. That's not their first gig. Nice and relaxed on stage. Good performance. Nice and tight. Drummer was good. Mixing it up on the cymbals. Sounded great on the ride. I particularly like that. And yeah, just that good energy. Kind of energy into it with a nice bass line to it. And the bass is kind of weaving in and out of the chucks. Yeah. I like that sound. We're going to get some more bands like that on the show. Now, this last band, these are two youngsters. These might be the youngest folks that we've had on the show so far, which is cool. I love to see the youngsters rocking out, getting into the music and feeling the vibe. That's what it's all about. Now, these are two guys from the UK. They've got a Ramones track for us. They think it's the Ramones' most underrated song. I wouldn't have a clue because I don't know anything about the Ramones, if I'm honest. Never really just been a band that I've got into or checked out very much, but I know they've got a massive cult following and all of that. This is a track called Howling at the Moon, so let's check it out. Let's turn it up a little bit. Yeah. Done some vocal layering. I can see on the stereo spectrum it's not a super wide track, but that adds to the sound of it. It's that kind of stripped back sound. And yeah, this double vocal sounds cool. They both look the part. They got a good, confidence and energy in what they're doing. So yeah, great. We've seen loads of adults who haven't got the confidence these guys have got. Yeah, I like their energy. You can see they're into the music. Now, as I say, I'm not too familiar with the Ramones sound, but I'm looking and I'm hearing that there's not a great deal of bass in this track, or at least in this mix. You can see there at the low end, we might usually see a big bump down there, just to fill out the low end, give it a nice bassy warmth. So yeah, maybe, I don't know, if they're mixing their own music or whatever, just crank up the bass a bit more next time, because we like a good bit of bass in our punk music. But as I say, the Ramones might not be a very bassy band for all I know. Yeah. These guys are too young to smoke. Yeah. It's got a good vibe, it's got a good energy to it, feel good music. Maybe I should have checked out the Ramones if this is what it is. It's more upbeat and kind of got a good vibe to it. Yeah, good job, guys. I enjoyed that. Very, very nice to see youngsters with the confidence and the passion to play this kind of stuff, because you don't come across this band on the radio. I'm sure about that. You've got to dig this out. You've got to be into music. I'm sure their parents must be into music as well, because that's generally how it goes. You get exposed to it from your parents. But yeah, cool that they're so into the music. They got the look as well, but I think these guys need to get themselves a bassist and a drummer and really, fill out the band and get it going, because they're very, very cool. Let's give these guys a superb for today. We've had a right mix of punk sounds on today's show. I put these three guys together because I didn't really have any other bands that sounded like one or the other to go with them. So I thought we'll have a mix-up day of three totally different sounds. Some sounds we've never had on the channel before. That reggae, ska, punk kind of stuff. I enjoy that very much. So Ramones, which I say is totally new to me. I haven't listened to them really at all. And then that kind of alternative UK punk that, as I say, I only really ever hear come out the UK. And it's different. It's just got a different vibe to it. It's got a kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's cool. You know it when you hear it. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. Kicking off a new week tomorrow. We've got 30 minutes of grindcore. I'm going to try that out, see if that works. Just going to blast through the videos till we've made it to 30 minutes, and then that'll be it. And we'll see how many we get through. But these grindcore guys, they're insatiable for the grind. So I'm going to fill it out with 30 minutes. That should keep them happy for the week. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this week on the show. We've had a bunch of great bands this week, loads of bands, and all sorts of stuff from kind of punky, ska punk, to real kind of super heavy grind as well, and everything in between. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the show. Like and subscribe and all that garbage. Otherwise, I'll just see you tomorrow for the start of a new week. See you guys. Bye.